Hey guys, welcome back to Jurassic Collectibles. So we are super excited today to be taking a closer look at this. It's Rudy, the hatchling T.rex. This forms part of Rebor's club selection line. 1,000 of these were made in total. And this model is obviously to tie in with the Christmas holiday season. You can see Rudy sporting some nice festive antlers there. The club selection line so far comprises of Jolly, the hatchling Triceratops, and also Lock, Stock and Barrel, the 3 Velociraptor hatchlings. Rudy comes in this nice black satin finish collector's box, and you can see at the bottom there it boasts 1,000 worldwide limited edition. On the side we've got a photograph of Rudy without his antlers, and on the back we've got a rundown of the other Rebor club selection models available. So without further ado, let's get Rudy out of the packaging. Out of the box we have a nice foam casing for Rudy, and if I remove the lid, there he is in all his glory. And so here is Rudy out of the packaging. Obviously the name Rudy is derived from Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, and that's why Rudy the T.rex has been given antlers. Now they are removable, as you saw on the packaging, and I'll show you how to attach those in just a bit. They slot on via a piece of wire that just fits over the brow of the T.rex. The base and the egg in the T.rex are made from polystone. The antlers are made of kind of feels like a resin or a plastic. Now I have to admit, I think this is my favorite from the Rebor club selection so far, simply because we're focusing on a sole carnivorous dinosaur. With Lock, Stock and Barrel we had 3 raptors, but I really like the fact that we're just focusing on one baby T.rex here, and with the antlers removable you can have a really nice serious dinosaur piece. But I love the festive option, and I think that's cool because when it's Christmas time I can crack out Rudy, I can crack out Jolly, and they can look all festive on my desk. So let's take a closer look at this guy. Starting off with the base, Rebor never failed to amaze me with their bases. This is absolutely fantastic. As you can see, it looks really genuine like sand. This is all one piece, and this is not wood. This is actually painted to look like wood, which I think is really, really cool. You can see here we've got a fragment of shell, and it's even got a little bit of gloss going on from like the goo from inside the egg, which I think is really, really cool. On the base, here we have a stamp with the Rebor logo, Rudy, the hatchling T.rex, and we've got number 82 of 1,000. Really cool to own this. And here is the accessory, the antlers, which are removable, and you can see they're actually really nicely sculpted. They look very naturalistic. They've got that, almost like that chipped or sculpted feeling that antlers have. It's hard to describe. It's like a faceted, sculpted look, and I think they've got that spot on, both in the sculpt and the paint job. And here's a close-up look at the star of the show. It's Rudy himself. His jaw on mine is a little bit offset. I don't know if they've done that for sort of asymmetry, like a naturalistic asymmetry, but you can see it's just a little bit off there. Really beautiful head sculpt. I love the glossy, beady eyes. Really, really nice. And it does lend itself to the look of the Rebor King T.rex, which has a very much a Jurassic Park look to it. Really nice sculpted detail going on here. As we move down the body, you can see there's some really nice glossy paintwork going on here. Lovely creases all over the body. Lovely creases in the neck as well and under the head. Look at that crocodilian lower jaw. Lovely detail. And actually looking at the interior of the mouth there, you can see really nicely sculpted roof of the mouth, individually painted teeth, and a really fleshy, genuine looking tongue as well. Look how bright pink that is. Really bold and daring, I love it. And I love this painted bit of flesh in the corner of the mouth as well, fantastic. Lovely veins and tendons in the neck there as we go down to the tail. Look at that lovely sculpted detail, gorgeous. Again, we've got this sort of glossy paintwork going on around the rim of this egg, which gives it almost like goo dripping over the edges there, and really nice genuine looking cracks as well. Look at that gorgeous detail. Beautiful finish on this egg. Looks absolutely real. Looks like I've just plucked this thing out of a dinosaur's nest. Gorgeous! And I love the contrast in the matte finish and the shiny finish here. So you've got the shiny finish for the T.rex and a really nice genuine matte finish on the egg. Just makes this thing look absolutely real. Gorgeous! You can see the little arms there. Beautifully sculpted. Really nicely painted finger claws as well. Just absolutely gorgeous. The detail on this thing is beautiful. A very minor detail, but you can see that the seam lines on the arms are visible, as is the seam on the lower jaw. You can see there, it's quite clear underneath the neck there. Just a very small thing that I've noticed. Okay, time to put on those all-important antlers. Now I find mine fit best just behind the eyes, and you have to just slide this wire fitting over that area. Be careful because you don't want to scratch the paint, and there we have it. The antlers are attached to Rudy's head. Now, some of you might think that you wanted the antlers to sit there naturalistically so that you can't see any visible wire piece, but I think this is meant to represent almost like a Christmas garment, you know, like a little accessory that Rudy is actually wearing. And I think that's pretty cool. I think it suits the kind of festive jokiness of this piece. So just how big is this little guy? Let's whip out the tape measure. So you're looking at just about 9 inches tall, which is about 23 centimeters. And in terms of the width, you're looking at about 3.5 inches, which is about 8-9 centimeters. And for comparison, here's the other models in the Rebor Club Selection line. You can see we've got Jolly here, the baby Triceratops sporting her little festive Santa's hat. And here we've got Lock, Stock and Barrel, the baby Velociraptor hatchlings. You can see that Rudy is much bigger proportionately in body size than the baby raptor hatchlings. And that makes sense because this is a baby Tyrannosaurus Rex after all. And you can see actually that the eggs have sort of evolved over time. We've got the baby Triceratops in a very smooth finish egg, and maybe that's because she's supposed to be a herbivore, but you can see that the pitted eggs have started here with the Velociraptor hatchlings and then evolved to Rudy's, where it's got the pitted feeling but also has this sort of glossy goo going on around the edges of the egg. Same goes for the display bases as well. You can see that we've got like a glossy lighter brown on Jolly, and then it gets a little bit darker here, actually almost black for the baby Velociraptor hatchlings, and then we've got almost like a middle ground here, almost like a weathered dark brown going on in Rudy's base. And to make Rudy extra festive, you can always borrow Jolly's hat. So he's got the antlers and the Santa hat going on. Look at that. So there we have it, guys. That was today's look at the brand new Rudy figure from Rebor, which is part of their Club Selection series. And I love the antlers. That's a really nice little festive touch. I think this is a great looking figurine. Even if you don't want to get the antlers, this is a fantastic baby T.rex model. Super detailed, wonderfully finished. So I think dinosaur fans are really going to appreciate this, especially if you get it as a Christmas present. So snap these up fast, dinosaur fans. There's only 1,000 of them all together, and they really do make a wonderful addition to your collection. Okay guys, let me know what you think. Will you be picking this one up? Have you already pre-ordered it? In the meantime guys, rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.